10-minute video is on completing the square. We're going to look at two equations, x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0, and then 3x squared plus 6x equals 6. So on this side, we have the standard form of the quadratic equation. And below that, we have some general steps to how to complete the square. So the equation we're going to do is x squared minus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So the coefficient, or a coefficient, is equal to 1. So that step is done. The next step is to get the x terms on the left side. Add 5 to both sides. So when we do that, we are left with x squared minus 4x on the left side, and then we'll leave a space equal to 5 on that side. So now we need to take our b coefficient and divide it by 2. So we're going to do that over here. So we have -4 is our b coefficient, and we're going to divide that by 2, and that equals -2. So then we take in step 4 our -2, which is the result of step 3, and we're going to square it, and that equals 4. So this is what is going to be added to both sides. So we're going to add 4 to this side and add 4 to that side, the right side. So now we have our perfect square. We would get x minus 2 times x minus 2. And we can rewrite that as x minus 2 squared on the left side, and then that would equal 9 on the right side, because 5 plus 4 equals 9. Our next step would be to square root both sides, and we would have x minus 2 equals plus or minus 3, because we're square rooting it. So we have two equations. We have x minus 2 equals 3, and then we also have x minus 2 equals -3. So this is going to be x equals 5, and this is going to be x equals -1. So this would be our answer, and this process above here is how to complete the square. So you can see in this equation, our a coefficient is equal to 3, and we need it to be 1. So we need to factor out the 3. So we're going to do 3 on the outside, and then we're going to have x squared plus 2x, and leave a little bit of space for our number that we're calculating. And on the right side, we still have 6. So now our a coefficient is equal to 1. Fortunately, on the left side are all our x terms. Now we just need to divide our b coefficient, which is 2, by 2, and that equals 1. So now we're going to square the result of step 3, which would be 1 squared, which is equal to 1, and we will put that 1 inside our parentheses. So step 5 says we need to add step 4 to both sides. This is actually 1 times the 3. So we need to add 3 to the right side. Now we're going to factor our perfect square, and we're going to get x plus 1 squared. This is basically this operation plus what we resulted in step 3, the 1 squared. We also need our 3 on the outside there. And on the right side, it's equal to 9. Now our next step is to divide this 3 on both sides. So what we have left here is x plus 1 squared equals 3. So In order to get rid of the square root of the square, we're going to square root both sides. So we would have on the left side x plus 1, and on the right side we would have plus or minus square root 3. So we have two equations. We have x plus 1 equals positive square root 3, and then we also have x plus 1 equals negative square root 3. Now we'll solve for x. I'm going to go up here. So we would have on this equation x equals square root of 3 minus 1, and then we would also have x equals negative square root of 3 minus 1. So these would be your two answers. This is how you complete the square. Hopefully this was helpful. Any other math topics you would like me to cover, please leave in the comments below. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you next time.